Time for the first of 20 races here on day 2, as at the end of it all, we will crown our first race, our overall round winners of the 2024 season. Let's take you through the starting grid. Hugo Martiniello and Victor Louis will be on the front row. Patrice Kowalski and Markus Gloom will be on row 2. Row 3 is Henki Kalteren and Dan Steenman, both showing great progress in their opening heats yesterday. Angelo Meli and Roxane Lantinga round out row 4 with Rafael Dao and Annabelle Bryant rounding out the top 10. Delano Vellens and Max Hezel round out row 6 with Sam van der Heyden and Il Prouvost on row number 7. Row 8, it's Gilles Reyman and Kevin Bakker. Rima Blanc, François Delati, Quentin Tapoigny and Sky de Forny round out the top 20. Alexis Constant, Lev Lomko, Luca Montebello, Kane Ince, Luca Desgrange, Jeroen van Duivenvoorde rounds out the top 26 drivers. Completing the total 36-strong grid will be Matteo van der Kerkhoven, Livia Samson, Jens Biozert, Arthur Vassor, Ellie Dax, Luca Muller, Emilio van Offerberger, and then we got Solan Knoll, Bo Heymans and Vitti Väinänen from Finland rounding out this 36-strong grid. The drivers will now head on to their formation lap. It's going to be 10 minutes plus an additional lap for all of the qualifying heats here today for Junior X30 and Senior X30. The finals would take place over 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Now, based on the conditions yesterday we were getting as the track evolved, because there is a significant dry line starting to show, but the temperatures at the moment, 9 degrees Celsius, 93% humidity, which means track evolution could be coming to the fore very, very quickly indeed. 4km/h wind. Looks to be, we've already had one spinner as well. Might have been Dapoigny in the 325. That's the biggest problem here, where they all have to, and we've got another one again. That's the 317 that has just gone around, and that was Kevin Bakker from the Netherlands with the Falcon Racing team, managing to get back into some semblance of order as they're all starting to concertina up. The red lights are ignited on the starting gantry here at the 1,380-metre clockwise circuit, providing fantastic racing, great overtaking. We saw that yesterday in the first 3 qualifying heats for the seniors, but it's going to be down to Martiniello and Louis, who will be on the front row. Louis will be looking to make amends for that technical DNF he had in the heat yesterday. So let's see if everything is going to go his way, or will it go the way of either Kowalski, who was in the battle for a race victory yesterday, or could it be Martiniello that has the opportunity to go for the win? The drivers now are in the 2x2 customary rolling starts here at Karting d'Espagne as we are set, primed and ready to get underway with the first of 20 races here in the Namur region of southern Belgium. Into the tram lines we go. They accelerate. Lights are on the gantry. They are out. We're underway as they all hurtle into turn number 1. 3 abreast as the race leader Martiniello has already dropped a couple of positions, but has managed to keep it pinned round the outside. I think Martiniello might be leading as we head into turn number 1. Someone's gone off and slid over the muddy grass out of turn number 2. And they all are going to trying to make their way through. They're jockeying for position once again. 3 wide coming out of turn number 3. It's not going to be an easy one, but again, these weather conditions here, Simon, catching drivers out.
Ouais, les conditions climatiques qui donnent du fil à retordre aux pilotes. On a d'ailleurs un pilote en difficulté au niveau de la sortie du virage du raccordement. Devant, eh bien, ça a été assez mouvementé avec, je pense, encore une fois, Victor Louis qui aurait été impliqué dans un accrochage au départ. Il est pour l'instant en dernière position. Décidément, week-end compliqué pour l'instant pour Victor Louis après son abandon hier avec un problème technique. Et là, c'est la malchance avec un accrochage qui vient se mêler à son week-end. Devant, c'est très très serré. Les pilotes qui tentent de trouver la meilleure trajectoire pour pouvoir s'en sortir. Et le premier tour qui est bouclé.
Right, Markus Gloom leads the way ahead of Martiniello, who managed to get through on Kowalski. Henki Kalteren, I noticed, the 201, tumbled down the order significantly and is stone dead last. after the opening lap. We've got 8 minutes and 30 seconds still to go, plus an additional lap. It's Gloom from Martiniello, Kowalski, Steenman now up into P4, Angelo Meli, Rafael Dow, Delano Valens, Roxanne Latinga, Kevin Bakker and Annabelle Bryan rounding out the top 10. Victor Louis is also tumbled down the order, it looks like. So, and now we're going to see a move. That's for third place, so that's going to be 2 positions lost by Kowalski as Steenman steamrolls up the inside with Angelo Meli just behind.
Oui, ça se bouscule un peu partout dans le peloton avec des pilotes qui tentent de remonter. C'est le cas notamment de Dan Steenman qui occupe désormais la 3e position. Excellent début de course de la part du Néerlandais. Patrice Kowalski qui met la pression là pour le gain de la 4e position sur ce pilote qui est pour l'instant en 4e position. C'est Raphaël Dow qui est sous la menace alors que devant c'est Marcus Glum qui a pris les commandes de cette manche qualificative. Il emmène avec lui le poleman Ugo Martiniello en 2e position. Dan Steenman 3e sous la pression désormais de Angelo Meli. C'est Angelo Meli qui est 4e et non pas Raphaël Dow qui est redescendu au 9e rang.
Solan Knoll might have been the drive that was very much off into the grass and the mud on lap 1. So the 3:23 from the Netherlands has retired on the opening lap of this race. We are seeing that drivers are, well, I did see that Dan Steenman actually was sideways going through turn 1, completely committed, turned the kart right, the back end went left. As it gets a bit too close for comfort there, a couple of drivers going through the right-hander, it was 3 wide at that point. I think Alexis Constant, Luca Desgrange was also involved, possibly with Zem van der Heyden from the Netherlands in the 2:47. But at the minute, Marcus Gloom, the Belgian, in the 2:26 is leading the way, but Martiniello is putting in fastest lap after fastest lap. We are about to complete lap 3. Martiniello was quickest of anybody on the previous lap. And now it's Steenman who's gone right up the inside of Martiniello, switch back from the French driver in the 2:43, retakes second through turn 1.
Alors on voit les pilotes essayer des trajectoires différentes et certains parviennent à se dépasser, mais ça repasse aussi vite de l'autre côté. On a ici Dan Steenman qui est passé à l'intérieur du premier virage face à Ugo Martiniello, mais le pilote français est parvenu à recroiser avec une trajectoire différente. C'est très intéressant de voir ces trajectoires différentes. Encore une fois ici à l'épingle du chemin de fer, sauf que cette fois Dan Steenman est bien passé à l'intérieur. Superbe dépassement de la part du Néerlandais. Et alors vous voyez aussi parfois les pilotes se décaler vers la trajectoire plus humide de ce tracé. C'est tout simplement pour essayer de refroidir un petit peu les pneus, éviter qu'ils ne surchauffent, pour éviter évidemment qu'ils ne se dégradent trop vite. On voit que les trajectoires sont parfois un peu plus sèches à gauche et à droite.
Well, Victor Louis definitely showcasing the pace that we were hoping for yesterday, as was he. Last time around was the fastest driver of anybody. 1 minute 12.693. And Marcus Gloom continues to lead. Steenman in second. Now it's Angelo Meli who's gotten up into third place ahead of Martiniello with a great move up the inside. Steenman had already decided, well, I'm going to go for it, got the move done. And then Angelo Meli decided, well, it's my turn now, but is going to have Martiniello breathing down the back of the race overalls. He's going to head into the fast 90 left here at turn 4. But Marcus Gloom in the 2:26 doing a very, very sterling job at the moment. 8 tenths was the gap between first and second position as they go through into the corner at Chemin de Fer. And again, a very different line taken by Meli. Martiniello a bit more tighter to the apex. But at the moment, Marcus Gloom is controlling the pace very, very nicely. Just looking up and down the grid at the field at the moment, Liv Lomko started down in 22nd position, now is 9th. Alexis Constant 1 place away from the top 10. So some drivers losing out, the biggest losers obviously being Victor Louis being all the way down in 32nd position. There's still quite a few more heats, so Victor Louis could still have an opportunity to get into the A final a little bit later on.
Victor Louis, l'un des grands perdants de ce début de course, alors qu'on a le dépassement, ou en tout cas la tentative de dépassement de Dan Steenman sur Marcus Glum qui menait la course, et c'est Angelo Meli qui vient se mêler à la bagarre. Le pilote belge qui pourrait venir profiter de la bagarre en tête pour passer en tête, pourquoi pas. Angelo Meli qui a réalisé un très beau début de course jusqu'à présent, et il est maintenant deuxième. C'est Dan Steenman qui a perdu le plus dans la bagarre, puisque maintenant le pilote néerlandais est sous la pression d'Hugo Martiniello. Attention, Marcus Glum qui fait un petit peu le bouchon là pour l'instant dans ce haut du tableau, et là une superbe manœuvre de dépassement avec des pilotes qui sont à 3 de front à la sortie de l'épingle du chemin de fer, même 4 pratiquement. Quelle bagarre! Angelo Meli s'empare finalement de la deuxième position, Hugo Martiniello qui passe maintenant en troisième place, et Dan Steenman qui se retrouve quatrième.
Looks like Delano Vellens has become part of the quartet, because it was Martiniello going through into chemin de fer, centred up the inside of Meli and Steenman, and then Meli went, I'm not having any of that. And out of everybody, Angelo Meli has got the dirtiest cart out of everybody at the moment. Look at the front bumper and the Nassau panel on the left side. Absolutely caked in mud, but still has the performance and the presence of mind. New fastest lap of the race, Prouvost, who is now rounding out the top 15 positions. But Marcus Glum at the moment is really hanging on. Oh, move up the inside. That's on Martiniello. That's Dan Steenman through for third at turn 3. Delano Vellens just hoping for the opportunity to get through. Goes wide out of turn 4. And there's Annabelle Bryan not too far behind. And whilst everyone's been battling in front here, Seymour, Annabelle Bryan has really closed on in. And look how close she is coming into chemin de fer.
Oui, Annabelle Bryan qui revient petit à petit dans la bagarre pour le top 5, avec encore une très belle bagarre là avec Hugo Martiniello et Delano Wellens qui était bien revenu. Il était remonté depuis la 11e position, et maintenant c'est effectivement Annabelle Bryan qui revient dans les échappements de ces deux pilotes. Alors va-t-elle parvenir à prendre l'avantage sur l'un d'eux? Eh bien elle tente ça dans le dernier virage, et ça passe effectivement pour Annabelle Bryan, et c'est un autre pilote qui surgit
Roxanne Latinga went up the inside of the pair of them through the final right-hander, got through on Delano Vellens, and Annabelle Bryan just held on to position. Look at that for synchronicity through turn 1. Brilliant.
Oui, les féminines du peloton qui montrent qu'elles ont fin de victoire dans cette course. Annabelle Bryan et Roxanne Latinga qui sont parvenues à prendre le meilleur sur Delano Wellens, qui était pourtant en très bonne position il y a quelques instants seulement, mais dans ces conditions délicates évidemment, c'est parfois compliqué de tenir le rythme une fois qu'on est dépassé, et on le voit avec ces trajectoires différentes, certains plongent à l'intérieur. Alors qu'on a ici une annonce très importante avec la disqualification dans cette course du numéro 346 et du numéro 204. Le numéro 346 qui était Dan Steenman. Oh, ça c'est très impressionnant. Dan Steenman qui serait disqualifié de cette manche qualificative pour avoir causé une collision. Le numéro 346, c'est ce qu'on nous annonce sur nos écrans. Et puis le numéro 204 également, ça c'est plus loin dans la hiérarchie, c'est Emilio Van Overberg qui serait aussi là disqualifié.
So two drivers, 204, Emilio Van Overberg and Dan Steenman running P3. That's the announcements that we get live from our, from the respective announcements, but the timer has hit 0. But who'd have thought of this, that we would have had the likes of Annabelle Bryan and also quite a few others there, including Roxanne Latinga, just showcasing that they are here not just to make up the numbers. So next time around, Marcus Glum will have Angelo Meli battling over the next 1.38 kilometres as we are very shortly heading on to this final lap. We're on lap number 9 out of 10, as there's the move for the race lead. That is Angelo Meli through on Marcus Glum.
La belle opération pour Angelo Meli qui vient de prendre les commandes de la course par rapport à Marcus Glum. Et puis derrière, on l'a dit, c'est Dan Steenman, mais on nous annonce une disqualification pour ce pilote. On attendra évidemment les classements officiels pour faire le point sur la hiérarchie. Mais en tout cas, ce qui est sûr, c'est qu'Angelo Meli mène la course désormais. C'est le très bon moment pour s'emparer des commandes de la course. Dernier tour pour Angelo Melli, suivi de Marcus Glum. La 4e position pour l'instant pour Hugo Martiniello. Il a été bousculé, hein, le français, le poleman dans cette manche qualificative, mais il tient tout de même une assez bonne position ici. Annabelle Briand qui est 5e, belle opération pour l'une des féminines du peloton. Et puis superbe remontée d'Alexis Constant qui se retrouve maintenant en 6e position.
15 places gained by Alexis Constant from 21st, but now it's going to get a little bit touchy here between Marcus Glum and Dan Steeman. We've already talked about the 346 from the Netherlands having been deemed to cause a collision. He's going to go for second, but that's not going to really have any bearing on the official official results once everything gets judicially and technically resolved. But it is going to be out of the final right-hander. Angelo Melli, with a lap and a half to go, takes the race lead off of Marcus Glum and will power out of the chicane. The first race of today is in the books. It's Angelo Melli who wins by a comfortable margin. Dan Steeman, despite having the disqualification, will finish nearly 1.8 seconds behind on the road. Marcus Glum in third. Then it's going to be Alexis Constant who ends up fourth. What a gain by the Belgians, 17 places from 21st to finish fourth. Annabelle Briand started 10th, finishes in P5 ahead of Hugo Martiniello. Patrice Kowalski rounds out the top 7 ahead of Delano Valens. Roxane Latinga and Lev Lomko complete the top 10. Kevin Barker and Il Prouvost round out the top 12 ahead of Raphael Dow, Gilles Renmans, François Delati, Luca Desgranges, Sam van der Heyden, and then we got Arthur Vossor. Henki Kalteren recovered to finish 19th after a disastrous opening lap for a race winner yesterday. Riemer Blanc, Juro van Duivenvoorde, Victor Louis ends up coming back to finish 22nd. Provisionally, Bo Heimans, Luca Montebello, Sky de Forny, Viti Väinänen moves up 10 places to finish 26 with Max Hessel, Kane Ince, Quentin Dapoigny, Jens Boyzart, Emilio van Offerberg, who, according to our announcement, has also just been given a disqualification for causing a collision. Livia Sampson, Ellie Dax, Matteo van der Kerkhofer, and on lap 7 we lost Belgium's Luca Moulard and Solan Knol from the Netherlands on the opening lap at turn 2.